Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you had a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better. Today we're showcasing this awesome build in the 4.5 weekly nightmare. I hope you enjoy. We're going to grab Ahri here. We're going to go through all of the weekly nightmares today. So the first one is just this 4.5 versus Misfortune. And we have Beside My Kin, so 2 cards in all players' decks get 1/1. Shouldn't really matter. Sneaky, so round start give each player's strongest unit elusive this round. This will somewhat work against us, and then the deadly modifier. And yeah, the build we are going for is this right here. Hello, Rassus. So we have Echoing Spirit, Hidden Tome, and Hymn. Echoing Spirit gives a whole bunch of copies of our Ahri. Also is going to make our champion spell cost nothing, because it's getting discounted right here. And then in our starting deck, it also has a mana potion. So we can play her champion spell, which is Recall an Ally. So we can play that for free. Every time we play her, our Hidden Tome triggers and refills our mana. And we also make a redoubled Valor, or this right here, that we can then play for free, or we can play it with the mana we generate. So essentially, we can recall Ahri, replay her, and double her stats. And we're only having to pay 1 mana, because when Ahri gets recalled, she'll get discounted down to a 1 cost from her 2-star. So we're just going to try to replay her a bunch and then constantly double her stats. And so this should be interesting. Shouldn't we use Gatebreaker instead of Echoing Spirit for the Nexus Strike on summon? You can. Like, I think Gatebreaker would be solid, but I'm wanting to test this build and see how it works. Like, yes, there's going to be a lot of different ways you can tweak it, but I want to try this morning and see how it works. But yeah, there's plenty of different ways you can build Ahri. She's pretty versatile. All right, so let's grab this here. All right, let's go for power. Allies of Overwhelm, that is nice. Game start, summon 2 husks. That's also not bad, because we could drop this with Ahri, immediately buff her up, and give her a lot more stats. That being said, though, Ahri is going to have a massive amount of stats, and we really don't want her to get blocked out. So making sure that she doesn't get, or can't get blocked, could be very helpful. I think we'll probably grab this. Yeah, I think it'll probably help us. The husks are great to help us speed up, but otherwise, I think our Ahri is just going to get blocked. So yeah, we'll grab Crush, but yeah, the husks would have been great. All right, let's go for Songstress. We know we're going to draw our Ahri. Yeah, this can be fine. All right, so we can drop her here, refill our mana. So sadly, we didn't get her champion spell at all. So like this one's going to cost 1. But we'll use a redoubled Valley here. If this was her champion spell, we could use this to recall her and then spend the 1 mana to play her. But yeah, we'll just attack like this. Well, let's actually drop our Sparring Student.
I can learn from watching you.
2 steps into moonlight.
Too slow. Ready, willing, and learning.
All right, not too bad. Oh, good morning.
So pretty.
Got my Ahri to 6-star over the weekend. So much fun to play her with 6 stars. Yes, she's one that we are potentially going to 6-star up in the next little while. Could be great. All right, let's use her charm here that we can play for free, which is awesome.
A whisper in the woods.
And it's also at focus speed, so we don't even have any time of her not being on the board where they can respond. Yeah, we can drop here for 1 mana.
All this world has to offer.
4 damage, that's a little rude. Alright, they're out of mana, but good thing this fully heals our unit.
Hide and seek, huh?
And we can just once again recall her. Play her again just for 1 mana.
Should run free.
Refill our spell mana. And once again, drop our redoubled Valor. So pretty much just every single round, she's just getting more and more massive.
Some seek a path, others a foe.
So yeah, like right here, we'll be able to attack and just end.
The forest surrounds us.
GG.
No gills, no entry.
Out of the way for the rest of the game, allied barriers except allied buffs get barrier permanent. Darken Harp, 1 cost. This would summon 2 units for a 1 cost, and they would both have Spirit. It's kind of expensive. This does have a lot of stats on it. I think we'll just go here so we can kind of flood our board with units. Alright, support card. Yasuo with double strikes is kind of funny. Udyr also with double strikes. Think let's go for Yasuo. For 1, we could recall this to keep getting some more concussive palms. Dropping a concussive palm for 3 mana, getting 2 cards from it isn't bad. And then also getting double strikes with Yasuo, and he's cheaper than Udyr, I think is the best. But yeah, we're still going to try to focus on our main champion. What would you prioritize on Ahri, the stun or the mana gem? You can't afford both at the moment. I would go for the mana gem so you can push more damage faster. The biggest thing with Ahri is trying to develop your board and get your recalls going. So yeah, I would go for mana over stun. Hey, Morgan. Champion. Smooth Soloist is nice, but we potentially want to get more copies of our champion. So that is a little tough. I think let's go down here for Battlesmith. Let's actually re-roll most of these. We'd want to get multiple copies of our Ahri so we could recall her for free. Because we pretty much just want to redouble her stats as much as possible.
I go where the winds blow. For now.
I'm actually here.
Because yeah, if we could get like 1 cost reduction on her, it would be insane.
A whisper in the woods.
Yeah, we can get rid of her for free. Play her for 1.
Should run free.
And yeah, every time we're playing this, we're more than doubling her stats, because when we recall and replay her, she's then getting that extra spirit, so she's getting even bigger. So we could recall her again, but we don't have the 1 mana.
Forest surrounds us.
Sure, we can kill one of their units.
So soon. Approaching the battlefront.
So yeah, once again,
Be still.
we can just recall her. And yeah, if we had her at her 6-star, the strike she'd be getting when she
I'll see
is
all
recalled
this world has to
would have just ended the game.
Count on me.
Alright, sure, we could drop this, get rid of one of their units,
I will make it beautiful.
and we can just open attack next round and end the game. Yeah, there's actually a lot of crazy combos you can do with Ahri. GG. A 1-cost recall with an enemy discard is pretty nice. Double attack could be good if we could get this to hit our whole board, but I think we'll just go for the consistency of the children. This looks solid. Smooth Soloist could be good. We could get extra mana, but I think I want to try to get something for Ahri. If we could get 1 more copies of her is great, but then also any amount of like cost reduction for her. Alright, regen, brash, attune. We're already refilling our mana, so that's not actually helping us. Extra power is not bad, but let's do a reroll. Play some exact ephemeral copy of me. That would give us 1 extra cost reduction for our spells, but that doesn't really matter. This would actually be bad, because then if we recall Ahri, there's still going to be an Ahri on the board, which isn't great. Granted, we could then be able to attack with Ahri and have two people attack and get recalled. But yeah, it's going to make it harder to be able to play Ahri, recall her, and then replay her, because then there's going to be 2 Ahris on the board, which could be an issue. It would be 2 hymns, but we wouldn't have the mana to play both of them, because the whole point of this build is getting the mana to play another one. So like we couldn't even use both of them. Yeah, I don't think Shadow Totem's actually going to be good here. We could keep trying to reroll, but I think we'll just take the +1 in Deathless. All right, Solitary Monk, Shop, or Gold Chest. Cutting a card wouldn't be terrible because there's a lot of things we don't need with this build. But trying to go for a shop to get something else that would be helpful. Like if we could get the husks or something, that wouldn't be bad. So yeah, I think let's go for Squeaker. All right, so these are not Ahri's. We're just going to re-roll everything. We just want to have multiple copies of Ahri. All right, solid.
The forest and I are one.
All right, do a recall for free.
In the woods.
Play her again for 1.
Wild hearts should run free.
Animation speed increase. Definitely needed.
Like that.
All right, so not too bad. Let's see. I think let's just drop this for units. So we could use this to recall our Ahri. We would have enough to then play her again. Sure, I think this should be fine. Alright, these units dying is not a big deal.
I'll see all this world has to offer.
Granted, the recall is a little unnecessary because we already had enough damage to end. Yeah, you just ramp up like crazy.
Into moonlight.
GG. Ghost, give an ally elusive. Guardian. Yeah, I don't really care about... Yeah, either of these. I think we'll just go here for a stun, but again, we're not really planning on playing any of these. Yeah, this is fine. Let's go for the shop, see if we can get something solid. Game start, draw 2. Gives us more chance of drawing our Ahri. That's okay. All right, healer. We're never going to play the 6 cost, most likely, so we can get rid of it. All right, Fiora. And again, let's pretty much re-roll everything but Ahri. Like, we would love to get either quick draw, so the cards we draw this round cost 1 less, or an extra mana gem. Any cost reduction on our Ahri at all.
I go where the wind
Also, the hold it will be pretty nice here, although I suppose they might use... Yeah, their 3 cost spell to their Cataclysm.
New recruit reporting in.
Be still. Wild hearts should run free.
Yeah, it really hangs up here.
Like that.
Alright, so pretty much we can just pass next round and then attack it in the game.
Raise the banner, lift our spirits.
But kind of doesn't. Yeah, we'll double her one more time just in case they are able to block her, but they shouldn't because Fiora can, well, is going to get their elusive and then be stunned.
All this world has to offer.
Yeah, this doesn't really matter because
Eat up, friend.
this is a boss fight, so any damage we take, we're just going to fully heal up. And yeah, we're just going to be able to end. So yeah, we could keep going, keep doubling her stats, but we're already overkilling by a ton.
2 steps into moonlight.
GG. We could go for Farsight, but at the same time, we're pretty much almost guaranteed to draw her because we have so many copies of her. I think let's do a reroll. Elusive. Yeah, none of this is really great. Like capturing their strongest enemy. We always have elusive anyways, pretty much. Try one more. Augment becomes tech, challenger, or tough. I guess we'll go for augment just so we get a little bit of extra power, but yeah, really hoping for something else. Ahri or Heimer? Right now I'm leaning towards Ahri. All right, let's go here. All right, quick draw. This will be nice, having a little bit of extra cost reduction. Emperor's Dais that's actually not terrible. So the way this would work is our Ahri would attack, and then this would attack on the right, meaning that even if we don't play a unit, we actually have someone we can recall, so Ahri gets twice the damage. So that's really good. Whereas quick draw, getting the cost reduction is solid, but yeah, I think this is actually going to be giving us more damage because it's essentially doubling the damage our Ahri's doing, because normally we only have Ahri on the board, so we can't get our second strike in. So while we do like the cost reduction, I think this is going to help us out more. All right, so Rekindler or Healer. I mean, cutting a card would be better, so sure, let's try to go for Jubilant Poro. Let's re-roll everything. We just want to get our Ahri. Chosen by the Stars felt pretty good as well. All right, let's drop our Ahri here. The hold it is pretty nice that it just helps us not have to focus on the enemy, and we can just focus on our own game plan and trying to end. So it does help just take the pressure off you, which is pretty nice.
Be still. Wild hearts should run free.
So yeah, we could recall more, but we wouldn't have the mana to play her. But now we should be able to get 2 strikes off. So this should be pretty solid. Because yeah, we'll hit, now switch with the other unit, get another hit off, GG. We can go for more children. Yeah. We honestly might end up cutting children just because it's one card we have the most copies of. I think we'll hold off until the later shop if we do decide to do that. Yeah, we have a lot of good things, but a lot of things we just probably aren't going to play. The Pathless we can potentially play, just because we can get it to be a 0 cost. I think we'll get rid of the Maker, just because it's a little bit more expensive. We probably won't be able to play it. At least we hope we never have to. Don't really care about any of those. Yeah. This would be kind of useless because we're already stunning the strongest enemy. Let's leave to see if there's another shop. All right, there is not. Grant the weakest enemy vulnerable. Also not really going to help us at all. Draw 1, give it fleeting. That's fine, because extra draw is not bad, making sure we get our Ahri. So we could go for that. I think the Kingpin costs 500. So getting this would let us get another one. Yeah, we probably don't have power. We can just grab this. Sure, we can do that. So let's go for Blighted Ravine. All right, so double Ahri. Solid. Yeah, I like how there's a lot of different ways you can play Ahri. A lot of different builds that she can utilize. Like, this is one that seems pretty crazy powerful, but it's like, I'm not even confident saying this is her best build. All right, go for a
whisper in the wood.
Free recall.
The forest and I are one.
Because, yeah, I mean, unless they have ways to shut us down, we can just end in the first round. Now, this isn't... The reason we didn't do this into Lysandra was we're playing too many cards, and so against Lysandra, this gets shut down. But most of the people, this is going to be a very strong build.
Don't let my size fool you.
GG. We can grab the homecoming. All right, Kingpin, grant a random item to a random card in your hand. That's fine. Let's go here for a healer, and let's actually get rid of the homecoming. Really good, but again, we probably are never going to play this. All right, misfortune. Let's... I guess we'll hold on to Yasuo, increase our odds to get more Ahris.
Looking for trouble? It found you. Funny. I was going to say the same.
Never underestimate the power of a 2-cost champion. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Stop shooting.
Rip.
Feels
It's so much damage. Well, so our Ahri is still alive. And we can still recall her for free, so... Little bit of a hiccup, but we're fine.
looking for trouble.
We probably won't be able to end now, though.
Funny. I was going to say the same.
So it'll take us one more round.
Like that.
All right, 9 cards. We're going to draw an extra one next round, so we're playing this just to get it out of hand.
The ocean whispers her secrets.
Sure, we can drop this here. Also, what did we get?
Be still.
All right, not bad. Although I suppose since our Ahri's on the board, it probably doesn't even trigger.
Funny. I was going to say the same.
All right, so we have more than enough damage.
Bullet to the face.
So we could recall her a bunch more times. Because we have still 3 mana, and we only really pay 1 mana to have to replay her. So we could keep doubling her stats and whatnot, but we already have more than enough, so we'll just pass and attack.
The forest surrounds us.
GG.
Too slow.
All right, pretty awesome build for Ahri. You're able to scale her up to be absolutely ridiculous as long as you're not going up against an opponent that has a lot of stuns, frostbites, or just flat out kill spells. This is going to be a very solid way to scale up your Ahri very quickly and end games incredibly fast. And while this is already good with her being at 5 stars, it's going to be even better if you have her at 6 stars, because then you're also just getting all these extra strikes off. So very solid and consistent build. Granted, one thing to look out for is getting some form of like overwhelm, because if your Ahri is just getting blocked and you don't have a way to get through the enemy, then you'll have a little bit of a weaker time. But still very solid.